It's Thursday. We really ought to be billing some hours, but Kyle and I are both messing around. He's working on a lamp, and I'm gonna put a two-step on his Suburban.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.
If you're unfamiliar with a two-step, it's basically... Cut. Sorry, Bo, I can't talk today.
Please try again.
If you're unfamiliar with a two-step, it's basically just a lower rev limiter. And what that does on a manual trans car, you can set it up so that when you push in the clutch, it has a lower rev limiter, and you can go wah pa 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 pa, and then dump the clutch, and it's like launch control. And so for the LS family of motors, and I know this isn't an LS motor, so you really don't need to say that's an LQ4, not an LS. We know that. The LS families, if you want to go wah pa pa, the best way to do it is the MSD. And we say that, and they are not a sponsor as of right now. But the wiring on this is super simple. It just intercepts the coil packs. It powers and grounds through the coil pack harness. All you have to do is set up a trigger wire, and they have it pre-wired to either trigger on a positive trigger or a negative trigger. It's really as simple as it gets. It's really bright outside, so I don't know if you'll be able to see any of this, but we just need to figure out where we're gonna mount this box. And part of that is how far this reaches. The long side goes over the passenger side, the short side is driver's side, and we'll probably just follow in the stock harness right here. This seal is kind of watered up. It's hot under here, so it's not letting it go on all the way. I'm not wearing one of my tall T work shirts today, so you guys might have about 40% more butt crack. Now you can see better on this side. I'm just gonna pull this little lock tab out. There's a little clip right there that helps it clip into the bracket. Be real careful with these. They're getting old enough now that they will snap if you're not careful. And they are a pretty snug fit. So don't break the tab off. It's hot. Ah! Hide that under the cover, and it looks all stock. It's not gonna reach under the cover. I was trying to be sneaky. Okay. One piece of advice for MSD, why don't you just give us a little safety tab? That'd be great. All right, that's done. I know I said I was gonna follow this loom. I think I kind of want to tuck it up by the firewall, because that's, in my opinion, more stealthy. Yeah. Okay. Maybe under the booster, behind the ground, under the booster. I should have had a plan past this too, because I don't know if I have a mount point over here that'll work. Just following my dreams. This was a mistake. It's a bad idea. I regret that. We're going back. Ow. I think I may mount it on top of the cruise control module. That may be the cleanest. And it would still be adjustable. Please hold. I changed my mind again. There are a couple ground locations right here, and I think that that's a good spot to mount it, mainly just because the sticker's facing up. The other spot I was gonna mount it, the sticker was upside down, and that drives me crazy. Oh, that's perfect. Before I mount it up, I'll show you the adjustment here. So the rev limiter, you can set anything between like 100 and 1,000 RPM. And so this is the thousands and this is the hundreds. I don't know what Kyle has his limiter set at already, but if you're using it as a launch control for a street car, 4,000 is like the happy medium, where it sounds really rowdy and is probably not helpful because you're probably gonna spin anyways. But a two-step set at like 2,000 RPM, it just doesn't sound rowdy enough. So we're gonna use it in a way that doesn't really help. Okay, so we've got 4, 0. The last step is gonna be to wire up the trigger wire. And how I'm gonna do it on this one is I'm gonna splice into the PCM signal. I did the wiring on this manual swap, and so I know where it runs and where I can tie into it, and that'll just give a positive signal to this. So if you're running a positive trigger, you set it up to the white with the blue tracer. If you're running a ground side, then you can just set that up on the blue. It's set at 4,000, so try first, just put the trans in neutral and see if it'll hit it without the clutch pedal. Okay, now push in the clutch and see if it goes past 4. Yeah, buddy!
Rowdy.
Yeah. If that doesn't rustle your jimmies, I don't know what will.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job,